Won't it be Ryan the Green? And today we are talking about James Harden, baby. Recently, Harden has signed a 2-year, I think it was $68.6 million deal to return to the 76ers. We're going to be talking about that, his pay cut, what this means for the team, and all that. Everything you guys want to hear. But before we get right into that, guys, make sure you subscribe with your post notifications on. And go subscribe to my brother, Leading the Great Vlogs. And also make sure you follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. All right. First things first. We know James Harden was accepting, or whatever the hell it was, to take a however much money it was, pay cut. I don't know how taking a pay cut, I don't know how you take a pay cut but still make $68.6 million. That don't seem like much of a pay cut to me, but whatever. And also, before we continue, I heard, I don't know if you all saw, but the Sixers are planning to make a new arena in Center City. If you know what Center City is, you're in Philly, by 2031. All right. But anyway, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting to bring up. James Harden, takes a pay cut, and they signed guys of the likes of PJ Tucker, Daniel House. They're able to trade for DeAnthony Melton. So I think Harden taking a pay cut, it's clear that he wants to win a championship, which I'm definitely on board with. I definitely think, he's definitely on board winning a championship. I definitely think that his MVP days are done, but honestly, with the way the Sixers roster is constructed, I don't think that they're going to need MVP Harden. They're definitely going to need him to be a reliable second option, because you can't rely on a 21, 22, whatever the hell he is, Tyrese Maxey. He's too young. This is only his second year as going to be the starting point guard. While he definitely did emerge, and I thought he should have been in contention for most improved player, he definitely has emerged as I don't know if I want to say star or he's made a name for himself, is what I'm trying to say. But you can't rely on him to be the second option. As I just said, he's too young. And Harden definitely has the experience, and we know what he can do. I definitely think that hamstring injury is definitely not recovered. You could see it because of his explosiveness. It wasn't as effective as it was in years past. The step back three was not landing, and the only thing that was really good was his free throws. Just effectively, he did not look the same. But there is stuff about him working out and getting ready for the season. I hope he's working on, getting to the basket easier, trying new ways to get calls at the line, because there were times where he was going to the basket and they weren't giving him as much fouls as they used to in years past. So I hope he's working on new ways to try and get to the line. Not that I'm saying I want the game to be slower, but, you know what I mean. Try and get the extra baskets and all that. So, yes, that's kind of what it is about Harden. But really, at the end of the day, I'm not sure really what they gave up. How much he gave up. I think he gave up $14 million, something like that. I'm not sure. But I definitely think it's a big risk, because, it's not a risk for the Sixers, obviously. They're giving up less money to bring in Harden. But Harden's taking a risk because he's giving up money, and they're bringing in guys who are kind of questionable, because I am 100% against the Anthony Melton. I don't like the way he plays. I don't know what he does that is good. I haven't really watched him much, but the times that I did watch him, I didn't like what I saw. Bringing in Daniel House, I don't think he's a good role player, but my only problem is that he played, he only averaged 7 points on the Utah Jazz last year. I know he did change 3 teams during that year. I understand that. But I definitely think that he could have played a little better. Maybe because he didn't get any playing time. I don't know. I didn't watch Utah that much. But he only averaged 7 points, so I'm not sure that's, worth giving up that much money for. PJ Tucker, I definitely think it was a good signing, but I didn't like that they signed him for 3 years, $30 million. I definitely think... earlier in his career, he would deserve that type of money, but he's 37 years old, and you're giving him 3 years, $10 million a year. I feel like that's what you're doing for Didi Gregorius and the Phillies. You're giving him $10 million a year, but he's not playing up to what $10 million is looking like. But that's for a different video. So I definitely think that was a risk, but I definitely think he's a great player. I love his defense. I love his corner three-point shooting. I definitely think that makes up for Danny Green leaving the team, but he wasn't playing next year anyway. So yeah, the corner three-point shooting, that makes up for it, and he's definitely a better defender than Danny Green. I'm not sure if he's going to... I don't think he'll be starting because, well, what does the lineup look like now? So, Maxey, Harden, whoever you want at small forward, I don't know. Who's playing small forward? Dybel, I guess. And then Tobias, and then Embiid. So, I mean, the lineup looks good. It's definitely a playoff roster. I'm not sure if it's a championship roster, but they definitely need to get to the conference finals next year because this is one of their best chances. Brooklyn's going to be gone. I actually got to make a Kevin Durant video in the future because there's been so much going on. So Brooklyn's gone. Boston's still there. Miami's still there. Milwaukee's still there. I definitely think we can beat Milwaukee. We did it. We did it in the regular season. I think we split or something, or maybe they took 2-1. I'm not sure, but I know we can beat Milwaukee. Miami, I think we would have beat if Embiid was like healthier. I definitely think they would have had more of a chance. They might have not beat them, but have more of a chance. Boston, I don't know if they could beat, but I sure as hell know they could give them a run for their money. And as I said, Brooklyn will be gone. But the other teams, they're kind of like in the middle of the pack. I definitely think that Atlanta has improved, but everybody's such in a frenzy over there because, John Collins could be traded, Clint Capella could be traded. They just traded for DeJounte Murray. Cleveland's on the rise. I love their young core, but they don't have a superstar to bring them to like deep in the playoffs. I love their coach JD Bickerstaff. I think he's great. What's the other teams? Toronto. They're there, but once again, they don't have that superstar to take them to the level of the championship. Who else is there? I don't even know. Who made the playoffs? Let's see, Toronto. Who faced off against Atlanta? Faced Miami, Brooklyn. I think that's kind of it. But other than that, other than the teams I just mentioned, the Sixers have a chance against all of them. Wait, I just messed up my English. The Sixers can definitely beat all those teams, maybe except minus Boston. Yeah. I think I said that right. I don't know. I messed up my English there. Now we can talk about the state of the roster because we've talked about the additions they made off season and Harden taking his pay cut and all that. The roster as constructed right now, I think it's very good. It's half decent. Because again, I love this big three of Maxey, Harden, and Embiid. I had never really been a fan of Shake Milton or Furkan Korkmaz. I think he's still on the roster, right? I'm pretty sure he's still on the roster. I don't know, but what the hell I just do? Anyway, so yes. Yeah, never really been a fan of Shake Milton. I definitely think what they should have done was I should have gone out and got a better point guard and then just kind of get rid of him and trade him or something like that. I definitely think that would have been a better option for the Sixers, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. Who else? Yeah, Korkmaz's still on the team. Tobias Harris, he needs to go. $35 million annually to average, what was it? Let me pull it up. 17, 6, and 3. $35 million. I'm sorry. You better be averaging 20 or more for my friend. I don't think he's that great on the plus minus either. I think he averaged 11 points in the playoffs, something like that. And he averaged over 30 minutes a game? What is it? Yeah, around almost 33 minutes a game. 14 points. In the playoffs. I think it actually might have been 11 points. I'm not too sure. That does not require $35 million, my friend. I think he needs to go. I don't care if he's a locker room leader. We're trying to win a championship now because you don't know how much Harden has left. Embiid, I would be furious if I was Embiid. I got a cracked bone in my face. I got a thumb, and I still got to carry a team. Maxey, I definitely think is on the rise. But other than that, the roster is all right. Thibault, I personally think he's got to go. I love his defense. I think I might have said this in a past video, but if you give him a few years, I definitely would put him on my NBA All NBA defensive first team. But right now, he just cannot play offense. He is such an offensive liability. I'm not asking him to average 15 points. 5 points, I'm not too sad about. I understand he's not an offensive player, but all he really does is he catches the ball, dribbles it for a second, and passes it into Embiid. I mean, would it kill him to drive to the basket with the ball? Would it kill him to take a mid-range shot? It's either catch and shoot or deliver the ball to Embiid. There's nothing else. I like his cuts to the basket without the ball. I think that's very good. But other than that, I don't see an offensive game. We were playing 4-on-5 basketball when he is on the court. And also, you've given him so many years to improve on the offensive side of the ball, and it just hasn't been working. I definitely think he needs to go. That's pretty much it with Thibault. So I definitely think you could package Thibault and Harris, because while Harris might have not that much trade value, adding Thibault in there would definitely increase the value, because apparently they're such good friends, or they are good friends. I've watched his vlogs. I like his vlogs. It's very good stuff. But apparently they're such good friends, so you trade them together, and I think it would give him more trade value. That's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else I really wanted to add to this. I like the way the salary's going. The salaries are good. Nobody's really getting overpaid except for Tobias Harris. That's pretty much it. I think Harden's actually making more than Embiid annually. I'm not too sure. But I definitely... but yeah, this is one of their best chances to get to the conference finals, especially with Brooklyn leaving. And I think the East is kind of wide open. I think it has been for the past year or two. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you subscribe with the post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother, Ryan the Great Vlogs, and also make sure you follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. And as always, Ryan the Great out. Peace.